You know what it's like. You've done a heap of work on the bike. It's a Sunday afternoon. You just have to get it out for a run, don't you? Simple as that. Yeah, g'day guys, Steve here from Dirt Bike ADV, out on the PR7. PR7's got a lot of love lately, including a sticker kit, which I've been trying to get to for a while now. But got a trip coming up over Easter, so put new tyres on, and while I had the back wheel off, pulled the swing arm out and done all the linkage bearings and bushes and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, recently changed the oil and did the valve clearances, so the bike is ready to go. But yeah, I sort of thought, well, I'll give it a run. We're leaving next Thursday, so another 4 or 5 days to go for a week-long trip around the Flinders Ranges up in South Australia. And you certainly don't want to just jump on a bike that you've been working on. It's always nice just to go for a bit of a ride and nip up a few bolts and nuts and make sure everything is tight and settled in. Nothing worse than you get down the road and, oh shit, I forgot to tighten that nut and something rattles off. So yeah, we'll just do a bit of a shakedown ride, as I like to say. But I've got to say, with the new tyres on it and the sticker kit, the decals, the bike's looking really nice. I'm really pleased. So I thought I'd do a bit of a bike build video now. There's not much to bike builds on PR7s, that's for sure. They come pretty well set up, but obviously with the sticker kit and a couple of little things that I've done, I thought, it's probably worth doing. I know I enjoy people showing off their bikes, you know, when they've got them all looking good, so to speak. So yeah, one thing's for sure, I'm going to have to put some more padding underneath that dash plate. It's rattling a bit. So yeah, little things like that. Just don't pull up at the Flinders Ranges and put up the rattling dash plate for 1,000 kilometres. So yeah, that's why we do shakedown rides. Anyway guys, I'll pull up in a minute, I'll take a few photos and we'll have a bit of a walk around and you can see what you think. Talk to you soon. Yeah, g'day guys, Steve from Dirt Bike ADV again. Bloody sunshine, that's beautiful. Just out in the bush now, been riding around for a little while, but yeah, thought as I said, I'd just pull up and have a bit of a chat about the bike build. There's not much of a bike build, to be perfectly honest. The AJP PR7s come out pretty good from the factory, so you know, there's not a lot you have to do to them, just a bit of customization or personal touches, so to speak. This is a 2017, it's a 6 or 7 year old bike now. Picked it up pretty cheap from a guy who wasn't riding it anymore. The first thing I wanted to do, of course, was to put a decent sticker kit on it, a decal system on it, so to speak. Designed this up myself and just sort of put a few brands on it that I align with. They're not sponsors by any stretch of the imagination, but the likes of Dry Riders and RJs and Penrite Oil and GoPro, of course, I'm recording on. Things like that, you know, I use them all the time and I just go to them brands because I know and sort of trust them. Motos tyres, I put a new set of Motos, we've got a trip coming up, as I said earlier. So, you know, just things like that where I'm just using those brands consistently. I'll put them on there and give them a bit of a plug just because I reckon they're good products. So the first thing I said, as I said, decals, sticker kit, my own design by Living the Bike Life in Europe, somewhere they are. They had the templates for the PR7s. They're in Portugal or Spain, I think, near the factory somewhere there, near the AJP factory. So yeah, sticker kit, decals. Then I put the Cross Pro crash bars on. They're not really for crash bars for me. They're more about having somewhere to tie stuff onto. So I've bought little Durastan fender bags that go on there, that the strap on there really nicely. They've got tool sort of rolls that go inside those fender bags, so in Durastan have got a good little system. But also too, for some longer trips, I want to be able to tie a bladder across there, so I've got something to tie the handles of the bladder on and just get some of that weight forward so I can sort of drape over the airbox there an 8 litre bladder. Hopefully we'll get to do the canning stock route later this year. So yeah, the decals, the Cross Pro crash bars, I've powder coated the bash plate. It's the stock AJP bash plate, but it's just plain aluminium, so I powder coated it. I had it off one day and was cleaning it up and thought, you know what, I'm just going to powder coat that. What else have I done? Just cut the little tail piece here a little bit shorter, put a little mud flap on there. It didn't need to be that long. It's just something that's going to get broken off. So yeah, and I've since put the LED indicators. These are the AJP indicators. So the original ones that are really old, incandescent, so to speak, the old style indicators, and I broke one. I thought I'm not putting those back on. So the factory was really good. I just contacted the factory and they just put me onto the dealer here. Kathy just organised a kit for me. It was a sort of a plug and play kit, just plugged it into the existing wires and put a different relay. In fact, I didn't even bother with the different relay. It seemed to work okay with the stock relay. What else have I done? A little bit of protection on the exhaust. I've gone with the standard exhaust because it's a little bit quieter. The Doma Power Up exhaust is quite noisy. It's not a disaster, but it is quite noisy, and over a long long ride it does start to play on you a little bit. So yeah, just stick with the standard exhaust. Happy with the power of this bike. Just put some Barkbuster hand guards on. The ones that were on it were looking a bit shabby and tired, and I just went and bought some Barkbusters, put some Pro Taper SX Race handlebars on it just because they're a nice bend, and the handlebars on this were looking a bit shabby and had a slight bend in them. So yeah, they were just a nice black bar that suited the style, and I love the bend. It's just a really comfortable bike to ride with those handlebars. Double take mirrors, of course, the adventure mirrors, and yeah, and that's about it, guys. Not much of a bike build. It's got 17 litres, it's got the tablet up there, you know, it's got the wind protection. It's got the points on the rear subframe here to hook a rack on. So obviously I've just got the aluminium rack off at the moment, but you know, I put a set of Tusky Excursion panniers on there and a bit of a duffel on the back, and I've got a little Endurostan tank bag up there for my camera gear, and I'm done and dusted and I disappear. So yeah, not much to the bike build, to be honest, guys, not much at all. So but yeah, certainly the sticker kit makes it look a lot sexier. But yeah, guys, not much else I can tell you. Obviously I've done a couple of short practical reviews on this bike in the I'll put them in the description. So one talk about the main technical details of the bike, and then the other one's sort of more about what it's like to live with, you know, what the electronics are like and what you can do with electronics and all those sorts of things. So I won't waffle on about the bike so much, but just to say that yeah, they come pretty ready to go. I did do this a little while ago, and I probably should talk about it, but yeah, I have upgraded the lighting to an ET Racing LED too. So the stock lighting on these is can only be described as atrocious. So yeah, but yes, other than that, guys, we've got a trip coming up, as I said earlier, to the Flinders Ranges. So the bike's all set up. I've had the swing arm off and checked and greased all the bearings and replaced all the bearings in the swing arm and the linkages and everything. So the bike is ready to go. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks for watching, and we'll hope to see you out on the trails soon. Got to remember you're actually on a bloody adventure bike. Take a bit more to pull up these things. Alright, we're home.